How's it going, everybody? My name is John. I'm here with Patrick BMW, part of the Patrick Dealer Group in Schaumburg, Illinois. And I hope you're having a great day, because I know I sure am. Because next to me, I got a 2025 BMW M4 Competition. This thing just got its facelift, a couple of new features. I want to take you on a little walk around, go for a little test drive. Let's go. Alright, so a couple design changes for the new model. BMW calls their facelifts LCIs. That stands for Life Cycle Impulse. So you'll hear the terminology between facelift, LCI. They mean the exact same thing. So if I switch back and forth between the video, that's what I'm talking about. But the main difference for the new model is going to be new lighting. So you got these new daytime running lights. They're kind of more angular kind of lines. Gone are the days of the BMW halo lights. I'm kind of sad about that, not going to lie. But I still think they look really, really good. And speaking of the overall looks of this car, this drove the internet crazy when they first came out. People loved it, people absolutely hated it, but I think over time that thought process has changed a lot, and people think that they're kind of getting used to it, and they're thinking actually it looks pretty good. I myself like them more and more every day as I see them, especially in a mean looking spec like this, all blacked out. I think it looks really, really good. But you've still got the same engine in here before. You do have a 20 horsepower increase for the 2025s. That's up to 523 horsepower now, and the torque has stayed the same at about 479. 0 to 60 time is under 4 seconds. I believe BMW claims it as about 3.4 for the competition all-wheel drive model, which this one is, but magazines have tested it a lot lower also. You also have a new wheel option. This one doesn't have it, but it's the same design, just in a silver. We went for an all-black look on this one on the exterior. Let's take a look around, go look at the back. I'll show you the new taillights. All right, walking around the back of the car, not too drastic changes from the previous year, but you do get the new laser tail lights. These are off the M4 CSL from last year. They look absolutely incredible, and BMW was very generous giving them to all M4 customers, because I know for a fact these tail lights are not cheap at all, but they look absolutely fantastic. And how cool is it to say that your headlights and tail lights have laser technology in them? So it's awesome. But of course, you still got the carbon roof as standard, like always, unless you get the sunroof, of course. You got the trunk lip spoiler and the exhaust tips. These ones have the black exhaust tips on it, again, to match that all black aesthetic that we're going for with this one. This being a all-wheel drive competition model, it only comes with the DCT transmission. If you get the non-competition model, you can get a manual transmission also. We know we kind of switch 50-50 between those, but great being able to have a M4 that's good for all year round, not having to worry about it. Put some winter tires on it, and it's going to drive like an SUV down the highway. Just fantastic. Let's take a look. Couple little changes on the interior I'll show you. Let's go. Oh, how rude of me. I almost forgot. You guys want to hear this thing? Yeah, I'm sure you do. Okay, give me a second. All right, so the new big interior change is going to be with the steering wheel. You get a flat bottom steering wheel now and a 12 o'clock marker. This always comes in red, I believe. And then whenever you order the carbon fiber interior trim package, you also get the carbon fiber wheel trim with a new little design for the middle spoke and carbon fiber shift paddles, which feel great. They have a little rubberized kind of coating on the back of it to give you a little bit more grip. And then you got xDrive 8.5 in here, updated design from the last model, and you get all the kind of special M colors and all the graphics to, again, always remind you that you're in an M car. Other little new change for all the air vents in here, they changed up how you control them. So now they all have these little kind of grab handles where you can kind of choose where you want the air to go instead of the little slider like they used to have in the middle. But otherwise, it's the same M4 that you know from the previous years, just with a couple little modern updated changes. I'm sure anyone who's watching this video has watched 20 videos about the new M4, so I won't go over too many of the little things, but of course you got your M1 and M2 buttons for your configurable modes, all of your radio controls on the right, cruise control on the left. So going over this gear stick, because I know it throws a lot of people off when they get in one of these for the first time, but it's actually pretty easy once you get used to it. So whenever you're just in neutral, it can just sit like that, just like in the middle. When you want to go to reverse, you just rock it over to the left and up, just like in a manual car. To go back into neutral, you just kind of rock it down to its center position. Going into drive, you just rock it over to the right. And then if you rock it over to the right again, that'll switch you between drive and sport modes for doing manual shifting on the selector there, where you can just go down for changing up a gear, up for changing down a gear. That actually sounds a little bit backwards, but when you're driving, it's actually more intuitive, because when you're just hitting the gas, you can just go down, down, down as you're going, and it feels great to drive. Feels like you're in a real race car with kind of a sequential manual gear stick on there too. Other buttons on here, you got your traction control button at the top. That one's for your cameras. It's got surround view cameras on here. You got your parking sensor button and your auto stop start. Your start stop button for the engine is always in red on an M car, which is always cool. Your M mode button, that is going to switch you between your kind of road and sport settings for all of your assistance systems for driving. Your setup button is going to allow you to change all of your settings for your engine, your chassis, how stiff you want the ride to be, your steering weight, your braking, and the xDrive system, which is another benefit of having the all-wheel drive model. It's always going to be in all-wheel drive, but it's heavily rear-wheel biased. But you can even switch it to two-wheel drive mode if you shut off level of traction control as well. So again, a ton of variability, and these are all configurable to set up on your M1 and M2 buttons on the steering wheel. But yeah, really cool. You can basically make this car feel however you want. What I found a lot of people do is they put it in all sport or sport plus for the engine and steering, braking, and then they'll leave the chassis in comfort mode just so that they can have all of the fun, all the good sounds, but you can still have a nice comfortable ride as well. All right, so driving the M4, like I said, it is a fantastic day. Anytime you get to be behind the wheel of an M car is a good day. But I'm sure that everyone here has seen countless videos about the G82 M4 and G80 M3, so they kind of know what to expect. But yeah, I'm going to state the obvious here. This car is incredible. It does everything that you want it to do, but then again, it is a M car. It is as race car for the street as BMW is making these days, and it is going to have some compromises as a daily car. But I don't think that owners or potential owners of this car care about that very much. Does it have the softest ride in the world? No. Is it going to be a little bit bumpy over a long journey? Yes. Are you going to feel every manhole cover, every crack in the highway? Yes, but it's not the worst, I'll say. It's definitely bearable. You definitely, it's worth putting up with to be behind the wheel of one of these, that's for sure. But what a lot of people do, like I mentioned earlier, they'll put all the driving modes in Sport or Sport Plus for the engine throttle response and the braking and the shifting for the transmission, but they're going to leave the suspension in comfort just to make it as comfortable of a cruiser as it can be while still giving you all the fun parts. The steering, of course, is as direct as any car on the market will be. You literally think about turning a direction, the car's going that way. You don't have to even second guess it. This wheel, again, just feels so good in your hands. You know exactly what the wheels are doing at every second. Speaking of the wheels, I didn't mention it outside, but the front wheels are 19 inches and the rears are 20s. So you get a nice staggered setup on there, a little bit more grip in the back, and helps to give it a little bit of a rake too, which looks really cool. This car's got a great stance. The performance, again, you got that extra 20 horsepower bump for the LCI, but it's not something you're necessarily going to notice because the old car was fast, this new one's fast. It's still a fast car. Not much of a difference there. Braking, of course, is incredible. You got these big six-piston brakes up at the front, yeah, no problem stopping at all. Stops as fast as it goes. All right, so this car is brand new. Like I said, it's the first one of these LCIs that we've gotten on the lot so far, and they are just so unbelievably capable. There is no speed limit that this can't break in like 4 seconds. There is no thing that could pop out in front of the car where the brakes won't be able to catch you in time. There is no corner too sharp for this thing to handle its speed. It is just unbelievable. The amount of grip in here, even just going around, even just making a simple right-hand turn at an intersection, you can just feel that it just sticks and wants to just pull you everywhere you go. It is unbelievably capable. There is nothing performance-wise that a M3 or M4 can't do. It is just unbelievable. If you want just one of the most all-around best performance cars, an M3 or an M4, that's really pretty much it. All right, so this car is brand new. Like I said, it's the first one of these LCIs that we've gotten on the lot so far, and they are just so unbelievably capable. There is no speed limit that this can't break in like 4 seconds. There is no thing that could pop out in front of the car where the brakes won't be able to catch you in time. There is no corner too sharp for this thing to handle its speed. It is just unbelievable. The amount of grip in here, even just going around, even just making a simple right-hand turn at an intersection, you can just feel that it just sticks and wants to just pull you everywhere you go. It is unbelievably capable. There is nothing performance-wise that a M3 or M4 can't do. It is just unbelievable. If you want just one of the most all-around best performance cars, an M3 or an M4, that's really pretty much it. All right, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I had a great time making it. Who doesn't love taking an M4 out for a spin? Let us know in the comments what you think about the all-new facelift. Do you like the old looks better? Do you like the new looks? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay tuned for more videos to come. Have a good day.